feel like fucking bro. I feel like when we're yakkers out. Crazy.
It's just like this.
You up for yourself? You know what I'm saying? See what you're saying about it and shit. You know what I'm saying? I know we are like, so first and foremost, all praises be
to Yahweh, Ahchyam, Yahushai, Ahchyam, Kodash.
Alright, double honestly, apostles at great millstones, who to both teaching the way, sincerity and truth. We're gonna go into prophecy as we do, but you know, we like we say, man, when we say week in, week out, we're prophesying and ushering in these prophecies that you can see happening. You can see them happening, you know the script. Let's get Habakkuk, that's the second chapter, let's read on.
That is the spirit. This is Habakkuk, chapter 2. Verse, let me start from the top. It says, I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved.
Yeah, you got them Jehovah's Witnesses, they got the Watchtower mags, right? And you know, these comic books, man. And they hand out their comic books. That's what they are. And then they'll have the 144,000 of Edomites, all Edomites on horses. That's BS. And you know what I'm saying? The first, if you're mixing the scriptures, when I looked at one, I was like, it doesn't say that the 144 riding on horses, but it says the 144 saints and horses. No, that's Revelations 19, when the Lord talks about who's on a white horse, that's a ship, and with him was the armies of heaven that followed him on white horses, which is in ships, you know?
Yep.
Go ahead.
And the Lord Yahweh answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables.
We'll write the vision and make it plain, man. And we've been spelling it out plain. Y'all have been scoffing all this time, so, you know, that's how we, come on, man. Y'all ain't been prophesying shit. Now, and you know what, I've got to say this, people are waking up, but y'all got no choice not to wake up. Like when the chip comes out, everyone gonna be awake, you ain't gonna have a choice, because it's gonna be real. Okay? And a lot of y'all gonna take it anyway, because you ain't in the spirit of the Lord, you're still in the world, man. Alright? We're telling you what's gonna happen in this, and a lot of y'all are gonna get chipped. Because you ain't gonna be able to eat or nothing. That's why they was burning up crops, burning farms. You know what I'm saying? He's on that, plague animals with diseases and that, so, you know, he knows he wants you to be reliant on him, have to run to him. Alright? Put shit in the water. You keep getting these, in the UK and shit like that, in the UK. You get all this stuff with the water supply. Remember that one that just happened? And they couldn't drink the water and shit, and it just got jacked up. Okay? And then people are trying to ask the councils what's going on with the water, and they weren't replying. So it was on Facebook, people was asked to share it, so people were alert, because the council was ignoring it till after. Come on, man. You still shouldn't trust this shit. And then a lot of y'all are talking about the left and the right parties, bro. They all work together. Go ahead.
It says, and write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time,
The vision is yet for an appointed time. And we're in the time of Jacob's trouble right now. Okay, so it's coming. And he's just coming like that. He's coming out of nowhere. But that's what we've been saying. He's going to come. Y'all talking about, oh, nah, that's not going to happen. What if it don't happen? Or if it happens in 200, 200 years? But not in our lifetime. Do you remember all that talk, man? Where the fuck you scoffers at now? Alright? You know what I'm saying, man? Listen, bro. We just... Brothers be going through shit. That's what we talk like this. You know what I'm saying? But that's part of the battle. I'm just saying that. That's part of the battle too. People walking past and just talking shit and scorning. Or on the comment boards. You know what I'm saying? Oh, come on. You know, laughing, mocking, all that. That's the shit that we've had to endure doing this truth, bro. What you say? No.
He ain't stopping nothing.
Let's carry on.
It says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not.
Though it tarry, but wait for it, because it was like prophesying, wait and wait. But Scripture said it's going to surely come. So you were about to have had faith in the Most High, in the whole Hashem outside. And that's what the whole thing is about, the Lord. It's all about establishing with faith. That's what it was about. Teaching and having faith. Because the Lord doesn't even actually have to have us out there doing this. He could just bring the end. He could have brought it 50 years ago. You didn't have to. But the Lord, everything's a process. The Lord's bound by His word. And guess what? We represent the mouth, we're the mouthpieces of the Most High power. We're telling you what the Lord's going to do. It's His program. Okay, you know this New World Order, the Lord set them up. Okay? Is it? Yeah. No. Nah. I ain't done with it. I'm starting to get all the meat off these bones, man.
It says, by the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry.
And it ain't tarrying. Right now, a lot of people that we're in the lockdown, so now a lot of people are scrambling to get to become truthers. Say, see, I told you that. You know, you did it. You weren't saying this. You know, you really been saying this. Okay, we've been saying it since 07, since we got the truth from the apostles. The apostles been saying it how many years before that? You know what I'm saying? Going back, you've got Abba Bivens and all that, King Marshall, apostles and that. Come on, bro. So we've been prophesying, and guess what? Y'all ain't even prophesying about the Lord's return by the chariots. Okay, what y'all gonna do then? Because that's a major prophecy.
Yeah, big time.
Because it tells you how the people are gonna react.
But when I say that, all of that, but like you were saying earlier, that requires faith. You know, when you're talking about the chariots and the miraculous fashion and how Yahweh Shai is going to actually gather His elect, that actually requires faith mixed with these words. Just like the Scripture says in Hebrews 4:2, but unto us was the gospel preached as well as unto them, but the word preached did not profit them, not being mixed with faith and them not heard it. So it's actually got to be mixed with faith, to believe that Yahweh Shai is going to actually do that and come and bring fire to this kingdom and simultaneously deliver the elect in the strangeness of their salvation. It takes faith. Wisdom is too high for a fool, like the Scriptures say. Those that believe in that are truly wise.
Romans chapter 5 verse 1. Therefore, being justified by faith, we have peace with Yahweh through our Lord Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, by whom also we have access by faith into this grace wherein we stand, and rejoice in hope of the glory of Yahweh. So it's through the faith. Without faith, it is impossible to please Him. That's in Hebrews 11:6. That's the access, you know.
We'll talk about the access code.
You know, access
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got to have the access codes, man. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, hey, people saying that access code.
To the Zion mainframe.
He was talking about the access code. So, he was talking about that.
Yeah. Well, that's in the scriptures, man. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't got the access, you ain't getting this. You ain't, you know what I'm saying?
Access codes. Yeah.
That's why a lot of y'all can't get it, because you can't get the spiritual things. The scripture says that all things are spiritual. No things what carnal. What's that scripture? Which one are we talking about?
I got a quick one just on that point.
Go ahead.
Yeah, 1 Corinthians 2:14. But the natural man receiveth not the things of the Spirit of Yahweh,
Right.
for they are foolishness unto him. Neither can he know them.
Yeah, because why? Because he ain't got the access.
ain't got the
you
access.
can't know it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why y'all be talking shit, man. But it's gonna be revealed unto you in the end times. It's gonna be revealed. It's being revealed. It's being revealed right now.
Right, yeah, simultaneously. Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Come on, the civil unrest,
Yeah.
uproars, like uproars in Iran, uproars in fucking the Iranian embassy just got stormed in London. Down there in South Kensington, people are fucking storming
Right.
embassies and shit, man, throwing missiles. Like, this is what's going on out here. You got Trump talking about he's backing the protesters in Iran. Then he reneged. You know?
Okay, he reneged, right? Yeah.
You know, he shirted it, man. So there's a lot going on, you know. Now people are calling Trump, you know, it's basically calling
Because
Trump
he
a
said he
whip.
was gonna shoot a missile.
Yeah.
That's big talk right there. That's big talk. You gonna do that? You know what I'm saying?
Real talk.
But you know the thing is, the chip has to come out. So we can't just shoot a missile, man.
Yeah. Even Putin said if he does it, it's going to be the end of the world. Like a statement came out, I saw in the metro.
Okay.
Yeah, big
I'm not sure if
time.
he said it out of his mouth, but his camp or whoever, someone said if he does that, it's
Squad.
the end of the world.
The nuke squad. Oh shit. Yeah, and reading on it says, for they are foolishness unto him, neither can he know them, because they are spiritually discerned. You know, so these, in order for you to understand these scriptures, you know, the Spirit has got to be actually dealing with you. That's why when the disciples asked Yahweh Shai in Matthew the 13th chapter, you know, about why speakest thou unto them in parables, and I have it right here in Matthew 13:9, who have ears to hear, let him hear. Verse 10, and the disciples came, which the word disciple goes hand in hand with discipline. You know, so we have to be very disciplined in how we move out here, especially being at the end. Yahweh Shai, our salvation depends on it. A seat on a chariot depends on our discipline in this truth, right? It says, came and said unto him, why speakest thou unto them in parables? He answered and said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries, that's the access codes, of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it's not given. You know? So if you don't have the access codes, you know, if the Spirit's not dealing with you, you ain't gonna understand these mysteries. And the word mystery in the Greek is mysterion, you know, and it's only revealed to certain people. It's not to everybody. And the Lord, hold on a minute, ain't the Lord dealing with a little sanctuary? Like the scripture says in Ezekiel, you know?
Yeah.
This is Romans 11 verse 7. What then? Israel have not obtained which that they seek for. but the election have obtained it, and the rest were blinded.
Yeah, man. So people have been blinded. Then the angel actually came down and blinded. So the Lord can send the angel down, blind people. That's heavy. You know what I'm saying?
That is
Lord,
heavy.
That's heavy, man.
Yeah.
You know, how you
Spiritual.
can't. There's nothing you can do.
Big-
So if people are blind, right? It don't matter how much you explain. You know what I'm saying? You explain it very well. You still ain't gonna get it because they're just. You know what I'm saying? They've got a block to the looking.
Yeah.
You're trying to get it, and you look at it. They just can't see the shit. They can't see it, man.
and then you got and then you got to be an Israelite at that. So that even that, like, you got to be, first of all, you got to be.
Yeah, the Lord's blinded
man.
Jake.
Wow. Yeah, the Lord blinded Jake. And the thing is when you go into that word election that the brother just read, then you go to the root word in the word for election in the blue letter. I believe it's eklegomai, and it says, i.e. the Israelites. It actually tells you it's the elect are the Israelites. They ain't dealing with the other nations. They're telling you right there in the blue letter that the elect only consists of the Israelites, man. That's why the apostles always stress about going into the meanings of these words, man. When you dig deep into these words, like, oh shit, hold on a minute. So the elect is only tied to the nation of Israel. They ain't dealing with any other nation. So that's heavy even in itself. You got to be of the elect of the nation of Israel to be able to understand this truth. That's a spiritual thing, you know? You get blocked, you know? You could be an Israelite, but then you could be blocked.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah, when the Lord was on the scene, he was speaking in parables,
Yeah.
and he said, well, it's not for everybody to get, so that's heavy. That's the Lord himself. They paint it like you're running around trying to,
Yeah.
please, come on, we need you, and all that. You weren't doing that.
Everyone. Yeah.
You weren't doing that.
Yeah.
He actually, matter of fact, he came for the sheep. He knew he came for the sheep, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My sheep hear my voice, I know them, and they follow me.
Right.
I got a scripture.
Mm-hmm.
This is Revelation chapter 3 and verse 20. And it says, behold, I stand at the door and knock. If any man hear my voice and open the door, I will come into him and will sup with him and he with me. So ultimately, if Yahweh Shai hasn't knocked your door, you're not invited to the party, man. You don't have that divine invitation to understand these scriptures, understand, prophecy and all the things that come with the glory of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. So the Lord ain't knocked your door, meaning you're not invited to the party.
Yeah, you gotta be of the elect. The party is for the elect.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? The marriage, getting to the marriage, that's for the elect. So, and it was written before, it was pre-written anyway. You know? Predestination, that the elect, who the elect are going to be, who they are. It's already predestined. Yes, sir.
Yep.
Quick precept about the marriage of the elect. The marriage. This is Revelation 19:7. Let us be glad and rejoice and give honor to him, for the marriage of the Lamb is come, and his wife have made herself ready. And to her was granted that she should be arrayed in fine linen, clean and white, for the fine linen is the righteousness of the saints.
Mm.
You know?
Yeah, so that's the saints for the one. And look, this is a spiritual song. And they've been into the marriage, the great. When the Lord comes in the chariots and the elect are beamed up, and matter of fact, someone gets that says they was taken up into a cloud, find that cloud to see them. Because basically the elect are going to be beamed up into the fathership, and then be with the Lord forever. So this is telling you what's going to happen already. You know, you got people, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. All that, it's already been predestined, whether you're the elect, if you're not, whether you're going to get smoked out there in Jacob's trouble, get your fucking head's blown off. And that, like, well, I keep forgetting that film, man. I was doing a line and I was like, what the fuck is that film? And it had like the hour where all chaos was going on. It's right there on my tongue. And then it had the Jake version. And it had cloud in it, I can't remember. You remember that, man? It was all chaos. And it had different ones.
What's the purge?
Yeah, the Purge, the Purge.
Let's see.
No. I just couldn't get it. It's the Purge.
Yeah, the purge.
I couldn't forget.
Yeah, it's mad.
Well, a lot of y'all are gonna get hurt. That's good. That's good. You know, these elites are bloodthirsty devils. That's why they put that movie out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That it's predictive programming. They're telling you what's gonna happen. That's what they want. So that's what's gonna be happening out here. People getting wigged left, right, and centre. But it's all in the scriptures. Okay.
You even got ICE. You know, I think ICE now. Rumor has it that they're actually introducing, like, they're actually, you know, performing illegal chokeholds now. You know what I mean? Like, they actually, like chokeholds are actually illegal. They're actually, like, they're enforcing. They're actually doing that.
Yep.
Like, you know, like sleeper holds and shit. And certain, you know, nets on the, you know.
Well, they're doing a lot, man. They're already
They
doing
did.
a lot.
Yeah,
They're
they
already shooting people.
Yeah, they,
In the face, blinding people.
Right. They're doing all sorts, man. You know what I'm saying? Dragging people out cars, shooting them. Who knows what they're doing? There's things that are not even being mainstream like that.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Like they
media
do.
blackout.
Right.
Media blackout.
You know?
There was one guy that came into his workplace and dragged him out by his ankles, put him in the van, just drove off. No one's seen him since.
There was another youth, I think he was in 10th grade. I think they put him in a legal chokehold, and then they took his phone and sold it.
But there was one dude, man. He had like a little kid with him, a baby or something. He passed out. He was holding. He was in the driver's seat, the baby. So he started holding, and then I don't know what they were doing to him, but he passed out. The baby was just there. That's Jacob's trouble.
That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
He told you that was going to be like that.
Yeah.
Straight
It
up.
shall be like madmen sparing none.
Yep.
Okay, these fucking troops, man.
Yeah, man.
We've been telling you that, and you're like, how? I can't see that. Well, we was waiting for how it's going to play out. And then Trump, Nero with the big guy. Okay?
Yeah.
And they use politics, the left and the right. That's what they did. Because the left and the far right, or the far left, because the left is supposed to be LGBT friendly, you know what I'm saying, and all this kind of stuff. But the right is supposed to be more Bible based, ban abortions, but you know, they're like draconian. But it's both evils.
It's like Revelation 13.
Yeah.
Because the right is they're gonna be getting down with that. They get down that dude's Epstein's and all that. They're getting down with they're the ones who have been part of that. You know what I'm saying? You know, people don't know now. Oh, the left, the right. It's crazy. We saw Jacob's trouble, man. Then he was going, oh well, because then there was a state that was rebelling against what he said, and then basically he said, well, look, man, that whole whatever governors and all that, he's saying, look, basically called the people that were revolting against from what I remember, I think he even just called all the governors and that terrorists, man. If they're coming against what ICE are doing, then they're terrorists. And that remember we said they're going to start.
Yeah, just pointing the finger. T words and
Now they're doing it.
It's happening.
It's happening.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if they're T-bombs, then what about how it's going to be easy then
Yep.
for them to just say, well, them guys, look what they're doing.
Yep.
They're out here talking about America's going to be destroyed. Come on, man. Is that what? They can drag people up and, oh, you're illegal. They don't even got the documents yet. Smash! You know what I mean? But, you know, trigger happy. You know what I'm saying? They're trigger happy, man. They're just itching. You got your documents, you better be careful. You got to pull it out the right way.
Yep.
If you don't, you know what I'm saying? You get me? And you're like, Bob, God did that.
Too late, and the documents got blood on it.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, man? This is what's going on, man.
I need up, man.
You know, people like, I'm legal. Because they think you don't sound legal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the accent, you don't sound American.
But that's what I hold in a minute. That reminds me of Civil War.
Yeah, the red glasses.
You remember that? You them up with the red shades, man. Because I'm American. What kind of American?
Right.
And he had the red shades, man. A blonde haired Edomite with the red shades in the Civil War movie. You know? Shit. What kind of America? Where you from? You got estate stuff.
Yep.
Well, they got that left versus the right and all that. That's gonna pop up as well. Well, the people that they're gonna start, the politics over our emotions and stuff like that. They're gonna start smoking each other. It's crazy.
Oh, the mayor of Minnesota, he just came out and said that we gotta use the police to pretty much go up against ICE.
That's the same state.
Yeah, that's.
What Trump called them terrorists.
Yeah.
So Trump said basically he's going to get the army in. That's what he said.
Yep.
He said, well, all right, if y'all don't, if y'all going to, because they're making speeches against Trump and ICE and that, but that state, official statements in government, speaking on the mics and shit. So he said, look, man, you're a bunch of terrorists. And, we'd have to put in the act
Insurrection Act,
Insurrection Act.
1807.
So here's that martial law act right there. Right fucking there, man. Look how easy it was. That's why the scripture says that it will only take 1 hour for America to be destroyed. All this we're talking about that could never happen. Look how big things are. Or that would be 1,000 years. It's so hard. No, it's not. It's so easy. It would just take 1 hour for the Lord to destroy America. So, brothers, actually, the speech that the saying is brothers using is quoting a lot. What do you say? There's decades where nothing's happening or something.
And there's weeks where decades happen.
Look at that.
Yep. Vladimir Lenin, yeah.
Right, this whole, in a couple of weeks, the whole society can just turn into looking like The Walking Dead. Literally, you know what I'm saying, zombie, because they got shit like that, zombie outbreak.
Yeah.
You know? And what's that Will Smith film? Fucking I Am a Legend. Just like that. One day, you wake up, but they always show it like that.
Yeah.
You know?
Things normal, 1 minute.
Right.
Then all of a sudden.
You might be walking to a public, there's chaos. He's trying to, there might be a TV on in a shop. And you walk up, you know what I'm saying? His whole life just leaves his body. And they're talking about martial law, national emergency, this, that. Man, come on, man. It's out there, bro. It's amazing, man. Just like that.
Is it? Isaiah chapter 19, verse 2.
Just like that.
And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom.
That's how the Lord's bringing them down. Okay, you got, matter of fact, you got America against the beast. Babylon, the woman that sits on the beast, against the beast right now. It's so that's ease against ease right there. You got the Trump Greenland thing. That's E versus E. Okay. Then you got E versus E in the countries over politics. What kind of American are you? You know that. It's gonna be saying what kind of Brit are you? You know. That's kind of going on right now anyway.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's why they got the parties and that. We got the, you know what I'm saying?
Oh man.
The four versus
Yeah, flagging. You got flags. Oh.
You got all that going on. Division. The scripture says that. The Lord shall bring division, is that as well? Let's get that.
I've got that right here.
Oh, you got it?
Yep, that's spirit. Luke chapter 12 and verse 51. Suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth?
So wait there, so y'all were whack job, wacky tacky Christian whack jobs. Luke jobs, you know what I'm saying? Y'all just, you have to actually pray for peace on earth and shit like that. You know, peace is in the kingdom. How can you pray? That means you're praying for Babylon? You fucking idiots. Why would you pray for Babylon, you fucking morons? That's what you do. So basically, you're stuck here with GMOs, getting poisoned with the chemtrails. You don't even know why you're getting sick. You go to the supermarket, buy ginger, lemons, and all that. Time, and you're having that in your food, you're cooking and drinking, and then you're still getting ill. But why? Because you got fucking chemtrails in the air, right? Metals in the water, the plastics. Come on, man, there's a lot going on. So you're gonna pray for a place like that? That's crazy. Well, you peace. No. The Lord said He came not to bring peace on earth. So that's why people were getting mad at us, because we were telling people what the real deal, what's going on. We were telling people, look, man, the Lord out here is judging people.
Yeah. Yeah, about even Jacob's trouble. We were telling them about that.
Right.
And then, then a guy that asked me about Jacob, is there going to be a time of Jacob's trouble? We got asked that.
Yeah, Benjamin talk show, yeah.
Benjamin asking him questions about Jacob's trouble and that. But we've been standing on that. Other groups ain't. You've been prophesying smooth things, lies, and deceits.
Yeah, they actually, there ain't no Jacob's trouble.
Yeah.
Or whatever they would say. It was coming out with all that.
Wow. That's not preparing the people.
Yeah, and now it's happening. What you gonna? Come on, man. That's why the false prophets. You can't be rewarded. You can't be delivered for falsifying and lying under the Lord's words and making up your own shit, putting off the evil day. Or you can't get rewarded for that. That's demonic. Just because you got a garment and you call yourself an Israelite, that's ridiculous, folks. Now can't you see why we call them hirelings, man? Come on, man. Oh, you're just hating on them. We're hating on what? The nigga. The nigga was saying that there's going to be no Jacob's trouble.
Yeah.
That's a demon that he said. So when it happens now, then what? Really, the people should go to their schools, man, and drag them out of the fucking buildings.
Right.
Some people, well, you fucking said.
You lied.
You know what I'm saying? You lied.
Yeah, Brightburn. You lied to me. You lied. You hear that Brightburn? You lied to me. You lied.
Right. You turn all the way up. And the Lord gives us that power, and you're going to turn all the way up.
Exactly.
Yeah, you can preach that.
Luke 12 and 51. Suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth? I tell you, nay, but rather division.
Yeah, divisions, like we say. Divisions everywhere. Right. Divisions, there's all kind of divisions, political divisions. Right now, there's divisions. What kind of Brit are ya? You know what I'm saying? What kind of American are you? What kind of Brit are you right now? Okay? The left versus the right and all these. So that's how this kingdom's going out, by division. Not by unity, by division, man. Okay? So there ain't gonna be no unity. There's gonna be no politics that's gonna clean this up. Okay. It's going out with more violence, more violence, more violence. And then when they say peace and safety, that's when sudden destruction. When they're saying, okay, we got this now. They've got the people chipped, and then people can have chipped marriages. You know when they got that new world order, then the Lord's going to smash them. When they're about to eat, they go, okay, now everything. You know what I'm saying? That's the Lord's going to get them, man. Yeah, you got something.
This is Ezekiel 21, verse 9. Son of man, prophesy and say, thus saith the Lord Yahweh. Say, a sword is sharpened, and also furbished. It is sharpened to make the sword slaughter. It is furbished that it may glitter. Should we then make mirth? It contemneth the rod of my son, every tree. And he hath given it to be furbished, that it may be handed to the sword slack.
Yes, so shall we then make mirth? Yeah? No? That's not the spirit that you're supposed to be in. You know what I'm saying? People, all these, you got these, we just had the pagan Christmas festival that took place, and people are saying, people weren't even feeling the same. The Lord, that whole spirit, like it's the 90s and all that, that's gone.
It's gone, way gone,
You know what I'm saying?
way gone.
You know what I'm saying? That 90s, you know what I'm saying? House is warm and
Yeah, the paper hats, the party hats around the table, the crackers, they're all
Right.
gone. It's dead.
right.
You know, sales are dropping, no one's got money. Everywhere I was going when I was on the job, people were like, it doesn't feel the same anymore, does it? Like, no, it doesn't. It's dead. Mirth ceases.
Right. So that mirth's gone.
Which proves that was a spirit. It was actually a real spirit causing that atmosphere, you know, that warm, cozy
feeling,
environment,
right.
you know, the nostalgia that comes with it. That was actually a spirit, demonic spirit. But now the Lord has disseminated that.
So y'all are fucked up. 'Cause a lot of y'all missed that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Crying. Remember that, what was that show, man? Birds of a feather flock together. Y'all are more, y'all are in that crying spirit. You notice that it's the end credits, the opening.
Yeah.
That's how they be like right now. Because I think they were showing from they were kids and growing up and all that in that. Do you remember that show?
Yeah.
Oh man. I can't remember the fucking song, bro.
It's dead, man. They used to put Home Alone,
Right.
you know, on Channel 4 and shit like that, you know, that added to it. It's dead now. It's gone. Call all y'all about Shimmy Al Shai.
People complain about Coca-Cola advert,
Yeah.
and they were saying, it's AI, it was soulless.
Yeah, you see now they ain't got no, now it's AI adverts. Go ahead, man.
Coca-Cola. Yeah, the AI Coca-Cola. Yeah. Oh, it's Coca-Cola.
But it's the old school one now.
Yeah, I know. But that's how it used to be, innit? People used to, people used to get, festive with it. You know, the old one on that. Holidays are coming.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Tambourines in the
Just
back.
zest you up. Holidays are coming. Holidays are coming. You see that big red lorry line? Coca-Cola on it. Driving through the snow.
No more, man.
Like,
It's all fakes and deep fakes.
yeah.
Yeah, right now you got that division with the politics and shit. You got people all messed up. I want the country back. You know, people are fucked. What's going on in here, in America? People they can't rest. They're at Christmas, man, thinking about foreigners in this country. Or they're cutting the turkey with scorn. Or the hog roast. You know what I'm saying?
Biceps too tight.
Right. They can't relax, they can't rest.
Tense.
This ain't like my
And
day.
the toes are a little bit firm.
Right.
Shit, right.
Then they'll watch some social media, what will pop up?
foreigners.
Yeah,
in the
Somalians.
I am the captain now.
Boy.
That was all set up though, man. You know, that was all set up, and the thing is that all that border stuff, that border talk, that's why you got ICE right now. That's the same tactic.
Yeah.
You think they ain't gonna do stuff like they're doing that over here?
Big time.
They just every country's got it's a new world order. They've got different ways that they're doing this shit. Like the technology, the AI and all that. That's in fucking Russia. The infrastructure for AI, or the infrastructure for the chip that they're building up, the AI data centers and all that. Russia, they don't have to. They'll go to the train station. They're already biometrically logged in. All they got to do is walk through the barrier. That's crazy. Even when they're going shopping, so they don't even have to have a bank card or their phone. That's crazy. So that shows you how easy the chip's gonna work. Because they need the chip. Because even though they can do that, they still can't track the B person. So they're gonna need the chip in there. Because that will just cover all ground.
Seal the deal.
Seal the deal. Seal the. Yeah, it literally will seal the fucking deal. When you take that chip, you extended that contract.
Yep.
Because they already worship the image of the beast. So they already signed in.
Yep.
Right? They're logged in, and then they're gonna extend that contract that they got with Satan, man. This beast system.
That digital all.
That's why the scriptures calls us. We are not of the world.
Come on.
We ain't logged in. We ain't got that contract. You know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of you that basically if you worship the image of the beast already, majority of you do. What you gonna do? You're gonna take his mark. Because we ain't gonna want to die. You ain't gonna want to starve. You ain't gonna want to not be a part of this. He's gonna come with a solution. He's gonna make it with that mark of the beast system. He's gonna make it look good. Look, we got these 15. Look at these cities that peaceful. You know, there ain't no this and that. You know what I mean? That's how they're gonna push it.
Yeah. Look at these cities, they're peaceful. Because they got that new show there's a new show out called, it's actually called Pluribus. That's actually what it's called, man. It's called Pluribus. And you know, like, bro, this show is like, I mean, I ain't gonna spoil it, man, but
There's no spoilers.
it's basically, you know, it's basically, it's NWO'd out, innit? You know, everyone's just basically like, everyone's all happy, innit? Everyone's all like universal basic, conscious, hive mind. That's what it's basically that, you know? But it's called Pluribus. And you know they got that Latin phrase, Pluribus unum, you know, out of many one. That's that Tower of Babylon spirit, Tower of Babel spirit. Didn't Antiochus...
Arrow.
Tower. Yo, that all should be one people. Antiochus Epiphanes, he made that decree. So there's nothing new under the sun, man, you know? So this is what they want to do. And you know, the elder was saying that chip is pretty much to seal the deal. You know, because even when the scriptures speak about the borders of wickedness being Esau, when they stick you with that chip,
Yeah, fringe on you. You know, they pull it in and
they
just
put
go-
it in.
Right, they stick the needle in.
Yeah.
And the chip thing itself just shoots it in. You
Yeah.
can't, is it it?
Yeah.
You don't even know.
Was that it? You check it.
Yeah, no check.
Yeah.
Seamless.
See?
Right, so it's easy. Painless, easy, right? You'll get it in the brain, you'll get it in the hands.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, it wasn't so bad. Was it? If I have an antibacterial wipe, yeah, and you thought that was it, but then the radiation starts kicking in.
Yeah.
Look, actually,
Itching.
you know, feeling great after that. Yeah.
Right, that's like, hey.
Yeah, because you got staked.
He goes to that follow-up appointment. His anxiety's through the roof. His hands leaking,
Yeah.
shaking.
Crazy, man. Shit.
Yeah, follow up appointment.
They gonna have that, man.
In the waiting room, speak to you.
Gonna show you that in that Black Mirror.
Yeah.
Where the geezer was missing his wife and he kept having to
Oh yeah.
have to go to an appointment.
The upgrade.
You know?
More money.
Oh man,
Remember that, man?
Man, I remember that one. That was crazy.
Oh shit.
Wow, yeah,
That was mad.
So yeah, what he was doing
Man,
like
you know, maybe might give you another chip, man. Look what we got.
upgrade this
Damn.
package.
Want to upgrade the software in your recent one?
Yeah.
I'm
They
gonna,
push that, oh, well, this time do this. And then they've got cat, what's the cat? Then they got the upgrades. That's how that when you get a phone, or you always got upgrades all the time. You get your phone and says update the software,
Yeah.
and it's automatic. It just does it. Sometimes it does it automatically.
Yep.
But you can't, you know what I'm saying? That's the same thing.
Overnight when you're sleeping, it'll update automatically and shit.
Right.
Crazy. Because the average citizen is not going to be on a level to receive all the benefits of the miracles of the beast. So there's going to be different tariffs eventually.
yeah, that's,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Low level guy, you ain't just going to have to tap into languages or teach me Spanish, teach me this, teach me that. That's going to be for the elites to have that package. But in the low lives, you're just going to be, the basic access, man. Tap in and tap out. Crazy.
Justin Timberlake in Time shows.
Oh yeah.
that.
Yeah.
That shows you that. You know, you won't, because that chip will allow you access to your house, but they ain't gonna just make you roll up or whatever designated place like a work
Checkpoints.
checkpoints. Or if you got, we ain't gonna make you be able to roll up, through other places. You couldn't need the
district.
right. Well, I want to go. You ain't got the access.
Yeah.
You ain't got the tariff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're gonna upgrades. Stay in your district.
Handmaid's Tale shows you that as well because the movie and all that. They're partying, they're living it up.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, they have access to like information, knowledge, artwork. What was that other film? When they control your emotions and they suppress you. You're not allowed to have paintings or anything. You can't feel emotions. You got to inject yourself.
Equilibrium.
That was it, yeah. Equilibrium. So that's the kind of society they're trying to bring forth, man.
Yeah, you had the snitch. Remember the snitch?
Yeah,
The
yeah,
snitch
yeah.
cleric.
Yep.
And he was having relations with a female.
Yeah.
And he,
They chucked-
and he chucked him on the floor in front of the elite.
Yep.
So, another one that you showed me, Fahrenheit 451. When they're burning the books and that.
Oh, yeah,
Michael B.
yeah,
Jordan.
yeah.
And they had an older version of that too. The older version was dope. Fahrenheit 451, the firemen.
Did I show you that? When you did that?
Yeah, man, the firemen, and they were burning all the books.
Right.
Come on, that's right. They're rolling out
Oh,
from,
yeah.
from the precincts and
I remember. Yeah.
burning books.
Yeah.
If you were reading, that's your ass.
Yep.
Are you reading? Are you feeling emotions and that? Yeah, because this book,
Yeah.
it's poetry. It's, what? He's reading. You get snitched on. Oh, even in Equilibrium, you had the sense offenders. So you had the children
That's
that were
it.
pointing
Sense
out.
offenders. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Can't.
They
Yeah.
were pointing out the sense offenders. And the children were pointing them out in the audience,
Yep.
in the crowd, and that he's feeling.
Yeah.
And then the stormtroopers will come grab him, and they'll take him.
Oh, and they put the film over the windows, so you couldn't look at the rain, so you couldn't invoke any emotions and shit. And someone peeled off the window and they started looking, they started feeling and shit. But it was crazy, that film, man.
Totalitarianism.
Yeah. They raided that guy's house that had the artwork in his yard, So even something as basic as that, they're gonna make, exclusive to only the elites. Music, good music, that's gonna be a luxury. You know, you can't just be any person just listening to music.
Big time.
Yeah, that beef with Vendetta. The main character stole the butter from the Prime Minister.
Mm,
Oh, that's real butter.
crazy.
The Prime Minister that stole in that movie, so they show you that it's always going to be exclusive stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, but the lockdowns are just they had everyone locked down and they were partying. They didn't want you to be partying and showing off shit, you know what I'm saying? You wasn't even allowed, you can't go to someone else's house.
Yeah.
You know, you know what I mean? Only you and your immediate household. You know? Couldn't visit, but then you couldn't visit people had dying relatives you didn't get to visit and shit that died. But they were partying, so that just shows you that the mindset of what they're trying to get in here, man. And then the match with that film, they used that song, I Don't Care. Because there was a film on that. It was a damn good show about Boris Johnson and the party. And it basically was the Roman spirit of the family. They were taking copious amounts of cocaine. They were, you know what I mean? They were ordering pizzas. You know what I'm saying? And had wines and they were throwing up. You know? Go ahead. What we got?
Ezekiel 21, verse 11. And he hath given it to be furbished, that it may be handled. The sword is sharp, and it's sharp, and it's given in the hand of the slave.
Yeah, man.
Can I just say something real quick about that sword? Well, that goes into Esau's blessing. You know, the scriptures speak about the red horse, and that power was given unto him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth. So that blessing of the sword, hey, Esau's perfected that. You know, because I see Elder Apostle Tahar do a response, I think to the elder from LA, Elder Michael Allah, and he was talking about how rumor has it where, you know, the troops that they sent into Venezuela, there was only 20 soldiers, man. Because they were souped up, they were like super soldiers and that. And the technology that they had, it was like they were shooting 300 rounds a minute. Like the fucking shit was crazy when I said, so Esau's got some shit out here that, bro, you just ain't ready for. And the thing is, even Trump was talking about the mission, you should have seen it. It was the best thing. Why was he salivating over it so much?
Yeah.
Because what he was seeing, he said he watched it like it was a TV show. So what he was seeing was them super soldiers going in there and fucking shit up.
Yeah.
And you know, that's the American, you know, that patriotism, yeah, we're the best in the world. Which they're the hammer of the whole earth. It is what it is, you know what I mean? But that's what makes them so proud. So that, you know, that video's heavy, you know?
Yeah, man.
The stuff that was coming out, I think it was Joe Rogan was speaking about it, and they had that special eagle eye helmet and that and whatever, and they could see certain things, and it was crazy, man.
Yep.
These super soldiers, what they got. So that sword being given to the hand of the Slayer, we ain't even really seen.
I think there's a movie called Blade Runner. It showed you that a lot of them, when they're hunting down like after gritters and that.
Yeah.
They always got them
I've
like
seen that. Well, yeah.
new age super soldier type thing. But they got that here. That's
Yeah.
not. That's you ain't got to wait till 2000, 3000, year 3080. You know what I'm saying? It's right here. They got all that. They use it like they're using it. You know what I'm saying? They're using certain stuff right now. They've already got it, super soldiers, all of that. So you know, they're showing you Judge Dredd. You know? Because basically you've got super soldiers. That's what they're going to be using, man. Okay?
This is from the account of what the brother Karba is going into. This is from the New York Post. Can I bring this out, Brother Kashar?
Of course.
It says the U.S. used a powerful mystery weapon that brought Venezuelan soldiers to their knees, bleeding through the nose and vomiting blood during the daring raid to capture the dictator Nicolas Maduro. So this weapon that they used, and the guy goes on to say it felt like his brain was coming out of his head. And they said they don't want to feel that way ever again. They said they got, the U.S. has got next level weaponry, man. And that's just 20 guys.
That might be that leave the behind.
Yeah. It says, we were on guard, but suddenly all our radar systems shut down without explanation, the guard said. The next thing we saw were drones, a lot of drones flying over our positions. We didn't know how to react. Yeah, that's it on that one. So, you know, vomiting blood.
Soldiers and drones.
Yep.
Like something out of one of those new the Blade Runners or one of them type movies, man. Anytime, okay, like even game like movies like Alien, they always got them super weapons. You know what I'm saying? But they make it like it's thousands of years in the future or something.
Yeah.
But they got that right now. They got that right now, man.
Straight up.
Big time.
And even when the Lord comes, basically when you watch the movie Alien and them, they're supposed to represent the Lord and the angels. And they've already got them super weapons that they want to be trying to fight the Lord with. Man, you think they ain't got that? But when they go and get it then, because we're in the end right now, so they got to have it. When they're going to take them another 30 years to develop. Bullshit. Okay? It's BS, man. It's BS. They got that right now.
Yeah, the years behind it. Yeah.
When the chariots, they got their little, which they ain't gonna wear. Okay, but they've got souped up lasers and weapons and shit. You know? Right.
Yep.
Shit that will burn a hole in someone, man. They got all that.
Yep.
Heart attack guns, all of that.
Mm-hmm. It's one more bit.
Crazy.
It says, in a jaw-dropping interview, the guard described how American forces wiped out hundreds of fighters without losing a single soldier, using technology unlike anything he has ever seen or heard.
And that's how you know that the Lord's. See, this is what I'm saying. Like the elder said, when the Lord comes, you know, it's like, you know, they show you that predator, aliens, stuff like that. It's like the Lord's gonna actually have us have some fun, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because he's like, you know, the Lord's building Esau up with that pride and that and whatever. But then he's not gonna be ready for how we're about to be upgraded.
That's
Because
right.
remember, our bodies are about to be changed. Fashioned like unto Yahweh Shai's glorious body. So when the Lord changes us, we're gonna be going after them, and they're gonna have their weapons and shit. It's gonna be, the Lord's gonna have us get down, man.
Well, appreciate
You know?
you should get them the war in heaven.
Yeah.
Revelation.
Really appreciate it.
I got it,
War in
I got it.
heaven because,
This is Isaiah 59 verse
that's
19.
going into exactly what you just said. It's a good point. You got quickly. Yeah. Right.
This is Isaiah chapter 59 verse 19. So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against them.
Right. Let me get the word, brother. This is the word, brother. He mentioned something.
Revelation chapter 12, verse 7. And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels.
And his angels. Okay, that's he and his troops. Okay. But basically, man, they're souped up. That's why we're going to get them powers, because they're souped up. They got super soldiers and super weapons. That's why it's described like that. Lord and his angels against Satan and his angels. And that's why them people think, oh, it's actually talking about flying demons, because the way it's but that's because Esau's messengers, man, they're souped up. The devil and the Satan and his army, they're souped up, man. That's why they got that whole Star Wars or things like that. Okay, or the alien invasion movies. Or even War of the Worlds, right? Movies like that, you see the chariots coming, but then Esau, he and his armies, they got these weapons. That's how it's going to look for real, because that's that war in heaven. So they got all that, and they were aware of that, man. Why do you think the royal family, unroyal family, the infiltrators, they're always staring into this space. It's known that they do that. Trump talking about the fifth branch in the military. So that's because they're aware. There was even a Getty. There was a documentary that came on Channel 4, and it was limited edition, so you only could watch it. It was only on for a week on the internet, and they took it off and they dropped his website. But it was showing the Getty in his house in Italy or something like that. He had a property in Italy, and he was looking in the heavens in his room. He had the scriptures and shit, Roman statue of one of the Roman gods. I can't remember which one it was. And then his ceiling was the heavens, was space. So when he had the constant, you could see it. It was crazy. We were talking about his ceiling and all that, and the constellations would be lined up where things are at and all that. It was deep, and that's because they're into all that. So they're aware of the Lord in the chariots, man. Just because you fucking peons don't understand.
Yeah, don't look up.
Right. It's not your fault. You don't understand, you know. Just because y'all don't fucking understand, man. Don't mean that the elites. That's what they know.
Yeah.
They know the second coming of the Lord ain't the fucking Anunnaki, man. They know that. They know it's the Lord and the angels. That's why they're so against the Lord, bro. Yahweh Shai. They're against him.
That's right.
They push it in Hollywood and shit like that to trash, be a Satanist and upside down crosses and because they know. Go ahead.
Got something real quick. Because mentioning about the angels. I mean, the devil and his angels. This is from the movie Saving Private Ryan. I believe Tom Hanks, because he got asked about the American P-51 fighter planes by Private Ryan in the movie, and the response from Tom Hanks, who was Captain Miller in the movie, he says, those P-51s, he goes, those are angels on our shoulders. In the actual movie, he goes, those are angels on our shoulders, son. Or something, you know what I mean? So, letting you know in that movie, I mean, the apostles mentioned that years ago, you know what I mean? So, they, like the elder was saying, that's the military force. They got the Space Force program and that, So they know, man.
Yep.
They call them, part of their military force. That's their angels.
Yeah.
Their fighter jets.
Yeah, the angels of Satan.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? When you see some super soldiers and mighty flying jets flying through the sky, that's them angels of Satan. You know?
I got a quick one.
ahead.
I typed in, to add to your point, Elder, I typed in to the chat, how much is invested into space exploration? And it says global investment in space exploration is booming, with over 600 billion in the total space economy as of 2024.
Right, so we're in a crisis, economic crisis.
Right.
And all these taxpayers' money for, and they're spending 600 billion.
It's nearly a trillion.
Yeah.
So you gotta ask yourself, why is they doing that? Because a lot of y'all don't care about science and all that. So why they doing that?
Right.
You sitting there watching EastEnders argue, right? But here it is. They said they're spending 6 billion on space exploration.
600 billion.
600 billion. I kind of meant to say that.
Go ahead. And it says the global space economy reached a record 613 billion in 2024, with projections to hit 1.8 trillion in the next decade.
You be spending that much for no reason.
Right.
And then you got the whole thing with NASA and chariots on their feeds, and they cut the feeds and shit.
Yeah.
They know, man. They know what the hell's going on. And that, the president said it. They always ask the president, well, what about these files? And like I said, that's Bill Clinton. And he just said, look, man, Area 51 is BS. But he said, the real question you got to ask, there are UFOs, but you got the real question is, forget Area 51, never Area 51. That's a distraction. He said, the real question you got to ask is, are these ships coming in peace? That is what he said it. Bill Clinton said that. And I think it was on the Jimmy Kimmel show. So that's what the real question is. The real question is, and I think other presidents have said it too, are the new chariots coming in peace, which they know they're not. So that's what they're preparing for. Because how's their kingdom going out? Daniel's 12 and 1. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
The Lord Yahweh Shai, the real Superman, or General Zan, he's coming down, and they know that. They know they ain't stupid, man. Yeah, that's why they put it in the fucking films, bro. Yeah. Even the Avengers, those shows, and then they always got like these superheroes of America that are trying to stop like some outworld force coming to take over the system, man. Planet Earth. Come on, man. Brightburn, you know, Thanos and all that. All of that, every one of them, that's what they all got in them. The super villain, you know what I'm saying?
And yeah, and then coincidentally,
Like, yeah.
it's like
Like it ain't BS, man. When they were the X-Men, the geezer that wrote it, he'll tell you it was based off Martin Luther King, Malcolm X. So when they're writing this stuff, they've got meanings. Okay? Go ahead.
now I'm gonna say like coincidentally, what are they pushing with the Avengers? AI with Tony Stark. You know what I mean? Like Tony Stark and Jarvis and talking to the computer Jarvis, what's my heart rate? And all of that, what if he's flying around with his suit? He's basically a super soldier. Tony Stark basically a super soldier. That's what they're showing you.
Right.
You know?
America.
Exactly. Another one, Captain America, exactly. So that's that patriotism. You know what I mean? That's propping up America against an outworldly force like Thanos. You know, with a click of a finger, just come on, man. And Thanos was going around different planets, lining people up. And for those that believed, he lined them up on one side, and those that didn't, they were taken out. You remember that
But
scene
that's
when
in
he...
the scriptures, man.
That's right.
They that should reign over them.
Yeah.
Bring them here and slay them before me. That's actually going to happen. Yahweh Shai is going to do that. And as a matter of fact, Yahweh Shai is going to be so powerful, bro. It says that even when he lines up the elect, he's in your bucket for that. He's going to be taller than everybody. So they're not, this ain't a joke. So that Cesare Borgia image that you got in your head, that's not the Lord, man. You know what I'm saying? You're going to see a big so-called strong with black force, being, right? With a wolf. That's scary. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because they got that the Caesar Borgia and friendly guy. You know what I'm saying? Soft. You know, we'll give you a hug. Well, it poisons the drink. But, you know, that's another thing. But that's easy. That's how he gets down. But no, the Lord's coming. Come on, man. He says his voice is the voice of many waters. Okay. Got a quick one?
This is Revelation 19, verse 11. And I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat upon it was called Faithful and True, and in righteousness doth he judge and make war.
In righteousness he judges and makes war. So the Lord is going to come from, you know, he's going to come in this firm, in the atmosphere, from the spirit world, where we, you know, and then he's coming in a great ship to make war. And you know what we're going to have? Them, like we said, Satan's angels, super soldiers, and shit. So that super soldier stuff is realer than real, bro.
Yeah.
Okay? You in the army, you should be part of Satan. You should be part of Satan. So that's you right there. Go ahead, man. That was what Daniel's.
Yeah, it's Daniel chapter 12, verse 1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was, since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book.
Read it again.
Daniel chapter 12 verse 1. And at that time shall Michael stand up.
So when you read Revelation 19, that whole chapter's back, it goes into the fact that the Lord Yahushua is coming with the armies, with the angels, man. So he's getting it, so these super weapons and shit, like nothing on that. The Lord's coming with, and Michael the archangel, powerful archangels, is going to be with the Yahushua, you know?
The great prince which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation.
Oh, you know, I'm meditating on what you said about when how we're going to be super, we're going to be turned into Superman, gods. You know what I'm saying? You know?
Yeah, that's that standard.
We had who's it, Dr. Manhattan? He's walking through the tanks and shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Downton, Vietnam.
Blowing people up and splat.
Oh, and actually, matter of fact, there's people like vocab, people like that, they're actually scoffed against what we're saying, these prophecies. But that's all good. So you scoffers, man, you're gonna get it. You're gonna get it in here and the next, okay? You're getting away, man.
Yeah, it's in every idle word.
Right.
Yes, you ain't getting away with this. Every idle word that a man shall speak, you're gonna have to give account.
I mean, look, man, when people go, like, them old kingdoms are written off, the scoffers, they're written off, so you're part of that, you come back. So you ain't gonna get away from that staying. You're fucking judged, and it's gonna be no, why you getting fucking judged, man? Okay, this ain't just gonna be, you just got wiped out and you've forgotten. It's gonna be no, you're that fucking imbecile, okay, why you got took out, man. And it'd be example, like the scripture says, Babylon is, the Sodom and Gomorrah is an example of an overthrow. People got to be made examples of. We see why he's in that building getting fucking burnt alive, hung upside down. Why is that? Because he was doing all that talk, all that shit. You know what I'm saying?
And the Lord had that happen to Haman.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
That was
That's crazy because I wasn't even thinking. I was just thinking. So you don't know, man. Because Haman got made.
this is example, man.
So that's probably that's you. That's gotta be you. You gotta be Haman. Okay. Haman Malone. It's gotta be you, man. Yes, hung upside down. You got demon, fucking Alistair Crowley. Watch some biographies and shit. He had one woman that had her hung upside down in the cupboard. She was alive and she didn't kill the kid. She was like hanging her upside down and shit. Oh, man. And she was just with him. You know, it's crazy, man. Go ahead. But there's some shit that's going on out here that you don't even aware of, man. He's perfected. He is Satan. That's what he's Satan, right? There's a lot of the powers in the devil. You know, that because they try and come with that. When we read Revelation, different scriptures, that's another thing we've got to break down to. when you read Revelation 20, it tells you that. It talks about this was the serpent and all that. The old devil, dragon, and Satan. It's all the same. It's he. Anyway, what we got?
Hold on a second, I just wrote something.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, this is 2 Moses chapter 13, verse 1. And it came to pass after 7 days, I dreamed a dream by night, and lo, there arose a wind from the sea that it moved all the waves thereof. And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. And when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him. And whence, and that's
Yeah, you're going to tremble. You see a giant, you see a ship bigger than planet Earth. Bro, this place is going to get, the whole Earth is going to actually shake. When the nukes hit. If you go, when you go in nature, let's say you go around mountains and great waters and that, you go in the sea, it's out there, it's spooky, right? So imagine the Earth's going to shake all of that, the whole Earth, man. That's crazy. You ain't ready. That's why it said we read in Daniel's that it's going to be a time like you ain't never seen, man. And we all for it. You know what I'm saying? The great delivery, we're all for it, man. We want us to stay here, reform or this and all that, or conservative. Fuck all of them parties, bro. We ain't part of none of that. Is that what? That's what your existence is? Yeah, can we just get the conservative back? Or I think maybe with the Green Party. When their policies, fuck that, bro. We ain't of this world, bro. We ain't about all that. You know what I'm saying? That's some you know, some low vibrational BS, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Voting. That means you're a slave. Go ahead.
And whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice, like as the earth faileth when it feeleth the fire. And after this, I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of the heaven to subdue that man that came out of the sea. But I beheld, and lo,
So you're gonna have people that are gonna try and take the Lord out, right? Go ahead.
but I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain and flew up upon it.
Yeah, mountains don't fly. It's talking about the ship and the sea. Because we're in the sea, the Shemayim, the heavens. Okay.
I got a precept there.
Zechariah 6.
Yeah, you got it.
We was talking about that. We got a term called sound waves. What's it called? Waves. Like when you see it and it travels and shit, like a wave. Because we're in the waters, right? Yeah. Go ahead. Oh, and now they're talking about out of the air, they're making water. But there was a Jake that did that. Now they're saying that small hats have invented that. I've seen that.
Yeah, his name was Moses.
Right, but have you seen them now? They're saying the small hats have invented
Yeah.
that. But when the Jake, there was a Jake that did that.
Yep.
Before them.
Out of air. He was making water out of air.
Right.
And someone vandalized his machine. Basically, Esau fucked up his machine, man.
People saying, no, it's a deep getting it's a deep humidifying, so human becoming with, But that's because we're in the waters. Go ahead. Well, your body's made of what? How many percent water?
Yep.
Right, go ahead.
Yep, precept. Just to precept that Esdras. This is Zechariah chapter 6, verse 1. And I turned and lifted up mine eyes and looked, and behold, there came 4 chariots, out from between two mountains, and the mountains were mountains of brass. You know, which would be them shuttle ships. You know, because the brother just mentioned Yahweh Shai is going to be flying on that ship, which is like, you know, Ezra described it like a mountain. You know, and just like in Independence Day, they showed you that you can have shuttle ships coming out of that big. They call it the mother ship, no, the father ship. You get me? You can have them shuttle ships coming out, and that's what Zechariah was seeing. Mountains of brass. Oh, there's another scripture in Psalms of
That's crazy.
silver and gold. Chariots, silver and gold. Come on, man.
That's crazy. And the Lord's ship be like its own planet, basically. You know what I'm saying? It comes over planet Earth, and then all them ships that are in it just come out of it, you know. Go ahead.
I got a quick one. Psalm 68 and 13. Though ye have lain among the pots, yet shall ye be as the wings of a dove, covered with silver, and her fetters with yellow gold.
Yeah, the whole golden ship could be golden. You know, like in the film, obviously they're gonna do that. It's all it's like cars. It looks like grey, rusted mechanics. Like the way they show the ships. No, man. The ships you can describe as white, pure white or gold and silver and all that. So the chariot. When you see them, man, you see like they'll call it St. Elmo's fire and shit. You see this thing, and the thing's like it's a glowing disc. Like, whoa, you might just see. You ever seen things like that? Ship and it looks like a big glowing orange disc across the sky. It will disappear. So imagine that like the father ship made with gold. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Mountains are rock. They don't fly, man. There's a reason it says that.
I got another one. This is Psalm 68.
Have you still got? Yeah, go on.
Alright.
No, you might as well read it because I think
Verse 17. Psalm 68 and 17. It says, the chariots of Yahweh are 20,000, even thousands of angels.
that shows that the angels are in what's in the chariots.
It's straight. It's clear.
Well, it ain't fucking whatever the Grays and AI robots or some stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? That's BS. And also, when you read like Revelation 1 and 14, where the Lord 1 and 7, and also he come in the clouds. What does the scripture say about that? He makes his clouds his chariots. So you can't get around that. And even in Exodus, it calls it the pillar of day, fire by night. He actually calls it the cloud and the pillar. That's what it's called, the cloud. It was a cloud. So what was that, a chariot? In the day, the cloud looked like a pillar. It actually says that, the cloud of the pillar. So which one is it? Is it a cloud or is it a pillar? You got to be able to discern. The cloud is the chariots. And they can camouflage in the clouds too. Do all sorts. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. This is back in 2nd Ezra 13. I'll read it from 6 again. But I beheld, and lo, he hath graved himself a great mountain, and flew up upon it. But I would have seen the region or place whereout the hill was graven, and I could not.
Yeah, because it ain't gonna say UFO, alright? That's what E calls them, unidentified flying objects. All these CIA, whatever terms that you use, now they got UAPs, only phenomenon.
Yeah. UAP.
Come on, man. No, man, that's not what they are, man. Well, they're identified right in the scriptures. As a matter of fact, how has Esau got a documentary called Chariots of the Gods? And they're mentioning Ezekiel. So how on earth they don't talk about the UFOs when he clearly called them chariots of the gods? So they know. Man. They know, man. Chariots of the gods. That's what they are, the angelic ships, the ships of the whole bunch of them. Go ahead.
The precept. Acts chapter 1 verse 9. And when he spake, and when he had spoken these things while they beheld, he was taken up, and a cloud received him out of their sight. And while they looked steadfastly toward heaven,
because I think. So what does it mean? Is he going to go in the actual puff of smoke? No. A paraphrase. Make these clouds as chariots, or clouds of chariots. Alright. That's in like Psalm 103. No? The spiritual one Jake was asking, he was trying to go back and forth about it. There's one other Jake that knows about it. He was kind of telling him, like I told you, chariots, to them camouflage in the clouds. He weren't really getting it. He was getting it, then he kind of said, you know what, yeah, I get it. He was trying to scoff. Look, it said cloud. So I said, well, what about the pillar of day and the fire by night? And he said, you know what, no, it makes sense. Because he already heard the info, but he was just trying to scoff for some reason. Because basically at night time, in the day, at night there was a fire because it lit up.
Yep.
Now if you don't want to see this, then you're just bugged out. You might as well be AI or something, or you might as well be like a, I don't know, robot or something. Chip robot, you might as well be.
Yep.
You got people like that that just ain't got any spiritual bones in their body. So they're gonna get chipped. Go ahead.
it says, and while they looked steadfastly toward heaven, as he went up, behold, 2 men stood by them in white apparel, which also said, Ye men of Galilee, why stand ye gazing up into heaven? This same Yahushua, which is taken up from you into heaven, shall so come in like manner as ye have seen him go into heaven.
That's the same way he got beamed up into the chariot, the cloud, the chariot. The same way he's going to come back. So a lot of people, you know that when the Lord died, he got resurrected. He was walking around for a bit. People seen him, disciples seen him, and then that happened. He got beamed up. That's how he left. He left by getting beamed up, man. Come on, man. You gotta be. The scriptures is alive. It's called living waters, not dead waters. Living. That actually happened. You'd have a podcast take on that just really exists. Come on, bro. You go start, but then you will talk about some Babylonian philosophers.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
all up
intriguing.
into that.
Right.
Yeah.
You had our people in America that said they saw a flying serpent, man. You know?
Talking about Issachar.
Yeah, one of the tribes. They said
that
that.
was that's Quetzalcoatl.
Yeah.
Which means fire. Right, right. They had that. Even Gad's got stuff like that. They've got their tail. They've got like stories of the Lord basically coming back and man's going to come with the sky. How, they've got that. As a matter of fact, the Lord, he actually went, they seen the Lord, he went over there, taught them things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Other sheep.
Right, that I've got this fold. That's why they got that Quetzalcoatl. They actually got all them Latin, the Northern Kingdom, they've got all that in there.
Yeah.
Gad's got it, Issachar, they got that.
Do you have more, bro?
No.
Back in 2nd Edges 13.
Yeah, 'cause if I can say this, because predominantly during the time when Yahweh Shai was in Rome, you would have had mainly the southern kingdom there. That's why the Lord made that statement, other sheep that I have which are not of this fold. Because you did have a miniature scattering of the northern tribes,
Yeah.
like Anna the prophetess, which is an example. But predominantly you just had the southern kingdom there, which consisted of Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, which Levi is scattered among all the tribes.
Right.
They're the priests,
That's why you got to know history, because the kingdom of Israel was split into two. There's
That's
King
right.
Solomon, with Jeroboam, Rehoboam, right? And the kingdom was split. The northern kingdom and the southern kingdom.
That's right. Because the northern kingdom, they got taken down by the Assyrians, and they were the first to get taken down by the Syrians, and then you had the Babylonians.
Right.
They came and took down the southern kingdom after that. And the scriptures tell you that they went into another land, the northern kingdom, which was the Americas. And it
Yeah,
took
you
them a
got
year and a half.
Yeah, the Apocrypha.
Yeah.
They had a movie where they call it Christopher Columbus mentioned Essex.
Oh, Conquest of Paradise,
Right.
1492.
Put that in that film
Yeah.
because that's how it went down. Basically, man.
That's that.
Yeah, man. Basically, man. Esdras. It says in Esdras that the Lord, he went, basically that them tribes, they went down to the Americas, man. And that's the trouble there, that's how they got there.
Yeah.
Not that, you got the Bering Strait. That was just a lie. That Bering Strait thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's in the same chapter.
They basically say, that the God and all that Moabites from the Britain that came from the Bering Strait. The that's what they're trying to say. That's BS, man. The Israelites. What's the last lunar stone about? Writing in Hebrew, they ain't
Exactly.
writing in Chinese.
Exactly.
Come on, man. You're writing in ancient Hebrew, bro. What you talking about? When he went there, he brought Hebrew interpreters.
Yeah.
All conversation.
Yeah.
Technical. Colloquial. Peripheral information, man. No, you shut up, man. You're talking shit, man. There ain't no one really gonna take you serious. You ain't got the truth. You're just a scuffer, and that's who you are. Amen. Get your ass tied up, so you know shit. Let's see, go, man. Let's see, what we got?
Yeah. Back in 2nd Ezra 13, verse 8. And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which gathered together to subdue him were sore afraid, and yet durst fight.
Right, so they were scared when they see they're gonna be, even these super soldiers. When they see when they see what they got, what they're coming up against. You know what I'm saying? They're scared. Of course, man. You see a giant ship bigger than the planet. How'd you fight that? But the Lord's gonna put the spirit on them. to Satan. Go ahead.
And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war. But only I saw that he sent out of his mouth as it had been a blast of fire.
Don't they show you that in what's the blast of fire? The laser beams.
That's right.
The powerful beams, man. You don't know how powerful these. You know what I mean? What they can destroy. They can just destroy whatever. You know what I'm saying? They're getting it, man.
Well, Habakkuk saw it.
Right.
He saw how powerful them fucking laser beams were, man.
Yeah.
He said, look, you angry against the rivers? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Things, everything in this path is going to be getting. You know what I mean? So what do you think is going to happen when even you got these the beast system? They got all those NATO troops and all that, those troops in Europe. You know, what do you think's going to happen to them? They're going to be getting fucking zapped. And the battleships and all that they got. So laser beams going to get hit at sea. They got them battleships,
Yeah.
submarines and all that.
Come
Right.
on.
Yeah, they're going to be waiting. Oh, they get. Right. See, submarines, right? You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
War of the World shows you that, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's War of the Worlds in the tanks. I think they went up the hill and they came back rolling down on fire. You know? Well, War of the World shows you the laser beams too. You know, the zapping. Tom Cruise one and that. You know?
Yeah, Lord willing, when we talk about these chariots, man, a lot. Because that's how we're getting out of here. You know? And the mark of the beast and all that. These are the things that we're going to be talking on.
And it says, out of his mouth as there had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests. And they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight, and burned them up every one, so that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid.
Afraid? It's going to be colossal.
Yeah.
All these great crashing on earth and it's going to be crazy, man. The rivers getting zapped, you know, great seas. It's going to be serious. You know what I'm saying?
Fucking hell. It's the sound alone. It all happening. The sound
The
alone.
explosions and
Cloverfield, Leviathan, explosions, nukes.
the nukes, Caribbean islands will be sinking or move. Maybe some of them sink, moved out of their place. Islands are going to be shifted. You know, the earth actually is going to restructure and shit, man. That's crazy. Land mass is restructured.
Yep.
Through the flood, the Lord had it, the Pangea, it was all one. Flood brought, so this destruction is going to change it again. That's crazy, man. What kind of destruction is that? You know what I'm saying? Through fire and explosions and the earth shaking and all that, the Lord's going to change up it's heavy. It's heavy. That's what y'all think this is a joke, bro. That's what you got to repent. The Lord ain't coming back what you think he's good. It's an angry, powerful, what you call a so-called black man. With afro, big blue beard, man. That's what we're going to see. Mighty force.
That's what we have to say, Job. A lot of these people, they always got them Caesar balls, yeah, in their head. But even when we tell what we say to you guys are scoffing against what we say, that it couldn't mean black. Oh, it couldn't have been. Oh, that don't mean that. Okay, man, we gonna see. Okay. Fucking pieces of shit.
Good scripture. Isaiah chapter 24, verse 19. The earth is utterly broken down. The earth is clean dissolved. The earth is moved exceedingly. The earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard.
Said a lot in there.
Yep. So,
Yeah.
No, it's like
It's gonna shake
it's going.
like a drunk man. You know, someone's drunk and all that, man, staggering and like fall.
Legless.
Right.
Fuck, you know.
Yeah.
Legs. His legs are
Right.
gone.
You know this shit. You know what I mean?
Trying to talk to you and shit. You know what?
Bro, that's how the earth gonna be. That's tripped out, man.
Uncontrollable.
That's tripped out, bro.
It says, the earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard, and shall be removed like a cottage, and the transgression thereof shall be heavy upon it, and it shall fall and not rise again. But the scripture says, the Lord will leave them neither root nor branch. You know, the day that cometh that shall burn as an oven. Was that Malachi, the 4th chapter? So the day that cometh that burns as an oven, that's going to be when the nukes hit. You know? And guess what? Like, we're going to, like Elder Apostle is saying, we're going to get them front row seats, ringside seats. You know, we're going to be in them chariots looking through the firmament and seeing America just blaze up. You know, and become a lake of fire. You know? We're going to have that vision, that perfect vision to be able to see scoffers running, getting hit with laser beams, you know? That fucking nigga! You know what I mean? Look at him now! You know, running, probably got an onk on his neck. Whatever, man. Some scoffer.
Is that what's that when you shall see through the Revelation?
Yeah, 15.
15. You're going to see that. Show you that in them movies that the ships, even in the Predators, in the ship you can see. You know what I'm saying? Like
It's just all like, it's
Right.
just there. Like.
that's some technology right there. You're in it. On the other side, you probably can't see that, but inside you can see stuff. You know, everything. Because they're always looking through the glass, seeing where they're going. You know.
Yeah. Revelation 15 and 2. And I saw, as it were, a sea of glass mingled with fire. And them that had gotten.
Because you're gonna look, and you're gonna see all these fire, these fire rises, like brothers like saying. You see all this fire. You look through the glass, you're gonna see lakes of fire and all this, man.
Yeah. That's it.
That's why the scripture says that the Lord shall not destroy this place with water, but this time with fire. So you had to flood it out. The Lord's going to flood it. You don't see fire. You know what I'm saying? It's telling you that. It's fucking telling you that right there. That's what it's telling you. It's just told you that. You're going to see fire, man. They took this little lake of fire. What are you talking about? Come on, man. Stop crying, man. That was a demonic, satanic doctrine. They didn't go anywhere. Because anybody in the right mind, when you hear the lake of fire destroy Babylon,
That's going to be the news. Going to be on the lake of fire. It's clear. That actually didn't even go anywhere, man. That scuffing that came out with. No one even took it on board. Ice. Go ahead.
Yep, and it says, and I saw as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire, and them that had gotten the victory over the beast, and over his image, and over his mark, and over the number of his name, stand on the sea of glass.
So you're going to be standing on it. Go ahead.
Yeah, having the harps of Yahweh.
So they're going to be seeing all that you mentioned. You're going to be seeing, you have that vision. You can see stuff, what's going on.
Yep.
That's everything.
Yep.
That reminds me of when Job said his eyes shall see it. You're going to see, you're going to be alive seeing the destruction. You're going to see the destruction, man. Even the ones that die in Yahweh Shai, you think they're going to be there, they're going to rise first? And they're going to see it, so you think, oh yeah, we killed that prophet, or he died, and you scoffers and scorners, well, no, his name is honorable in the sight of the Lord, so he going to get that the reward too. You die doing the work and you be elect, it don't matter, as long as you have the elect and you're doing the work, you're going to see, you're going to get beamed up and you're going to see that too. Okay? Like, you people that just don't believe, everything's written, bro. You can't escape. You can none of you can't escape. That's why y'all going, it ain't gonna happen in my lifetime. When it's happening, you can't escape. Alright, the truth. You know, you got them people, you create your reality. You know, whatever you think and all this, and you that's BS, man. Okay? You got these people that do like this traveling and make your life what it is, create your, that you could, well, you might go to a country and then a lockdown happens. In this lockdown, there might be an outbreak. Because that's going to happen. It's talking about mutated diseases, C hip, 29s, 34, upgrades. Lockdowns. So all that's going on.
I got one. Revelation 21 and verse 7. He that overcometh shall inherit all things, and I will be his power, and he shall be my son. But the fearful and unbelieving and the abominable and murderers and whoremongers and sorcerers and idolaters and all liars shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone, which is the second death.
Yeah, these filthy ass beings. All you people that are into this alphabet stuff, eternity, when you gonna get done, you're getting mocked.
Yep.
Life is what you made of. Don't judge him for what he's doing. All you filthy, disgusting beings. You all gonna get burnt up, man. You all gonna get burnt up when the Lord sets this up. These people that take that chip, you gonna get done. You get cleaned out of there. Some of y'all are gonna get destroyed. Chariot fire, man. Alright?
What?
Right.
This is a
Some of you, and a lot of y'all easy, because America's going to be nuked, and a lot of places are going to be getting sacked in Europe, and a lot of you are going to get put in captivity, rounded up.
especially the elites.
Right. Grabbed up, rounded up from these hideouts that you got. Plush, you know, comfortable, you know. Gold that they got. Space. underground, all that. Go ahead.
Revelation chapter 14, verse 9. And the subtitle is Doom for the Worshippers of the Beast. It says,
That could be a movie title, man.
That's what I'm about to say. Yeah, it's like a movie, man. Doom for the worshippers of the beast. That's powerful, man. Shh.
it's good to speak about the day of doom,
Yeah.
you know? Oh shit, the new Avengers is called Doomsday. You know?
Bro, where did they get that from? The scriptures, bro.
That's it.
Doomsday.
It says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and receive his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. So that, you know, those that take the chip, that's going to be their fate. You know, you worship the beast and his image, and you take the mark, which is the physical, you know, implantation of that chip. You know, these implants in your forehead or in your hands. Then your, you know, your judgment is to partake of the fire. You know, in that lake of fire that we was reading about, that we're gonna get to witness. Lord willing, we be of the elect. We be in them chariots, looking through the sea of glass mingled with fire, which they call the ozone layer, right? Which we know as the firmament. You know, we're gonna be looking through them chariots. You know, seeing the reward of the wicked. You know, for those that got chipped.
Read it. This is Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 16. Actually, I'll start from 14. Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, Yahweh, that it should no more be said that Yahweh Shai liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. But,
Yeah, the chip, man. You know, that's going to be a filtering system, a test. You know, that's that final test right there.
Yeah.
The mark of the beast is major prophecy, bro. You just read in Revelation 15 that the ones that deliver, they're going to be watching the ones that got chipped. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's doom for the worshippers of the beast.
Right. So that chip, man, that mark of the beast, that seals your faith. You know what I'm saying? Walking around chipped, it's crazy, man. You got people, the people walking around chipped. Chipped. You know what I'm saying? Chipped up like robots, man. This is crazy. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah. And like you said, that's that test.
Mm.
Because it's like, that's when it's going to be like, it's all or nothing. Because it's like, if you don't take that chip, that's you. Like, basically what you're saying is, Lord, I'm like, help me. You know, I can't do anything without you, basically. So that's that ultimate test. Whereas if you get chipped, what you're basically saying is the opposite. Like, can't help me out. You know, he can. So that's the ultimate test of whether you get chipped or you don't. You know, if you don't, then you're trusting in, you know, well, that takes faith. You know, substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. It's going to be the ultimate. And, you know, most of these people don't have that faith. They don't have the, you know, the ability, you know, to tap into that, what they can't see. You know what I'm saying? It takes faith. It's the ultimate test. to show who's, you know, of the righteous and who's just gonna get chipped. You know, basically. Just do it then. You know? so you can buy and sell. You know, you can stand in a queue and you can tap away Amazon Fresh or whatever the fuck. You know? You guys are just losers, man. You ain't got you're just gonna be in them queues, man. Same way when they came out with the Vicky's Venom.
Yeah.
The same with that trial test, and look how quick that happened. Locked. That happened so quick. You know, you got told sit down. You just there like, what? Can we come out to play? You just wiggling around in your living rooms. Domestic violence went up. You know, people started buying dogs and a lot
Claire. People with talent, people confess it.
Boost.
What?
You get boosted.
What?
You get boosted.
People will put it on their Facebook profile.
Yeah.
What's that? Yeah, you know, they put it as like a badge on the profile.
Yeah.
It will be on the profile, on the picture. So you just could look at it and say, yeah, it's facts.
Yep.
It's crazy, man.
They started putting it on dating apps as well. If the person was boosted or not, how many boosters they got.
Yeah.
And if you didn't have it, that means you were unclean. No one should come near you. You know, all that kind of shit.
Say shit like that, like you know.
Yeah. you.
That's
you
what it's
ain't-
gonna be with the chip.
Yeah.
That's how it's gonna be with that. Government's gonna be, because they're, look, man, you know, they're really sharing on this, like that, you know, digital items. It's gonna be the same with the chip. They're gonna need to know, you know. You see, like how ICE are going around now. What if you chip, then you're good. But they're gonna be like that with the chip.
Yeah.
You're gonna come down, you know,
Scan.
big chip.
Got a fucking chip, man.
You're gonna be brought to a detention center. You know what I'm saying? That's how it's gonna be. They gonna need, if you're coming against them troops, you're a thief, you're a terrorist.
Straight up.
So how they gonna know that you're not one? With that chip. That's where it's gonna go. They're gonna bring the chip into this. They need an easier way to identify who you are and what you represent. That's why that chip is that. It's either you with the Lord, you don't take it, or you with Him and you accept Him as your God and everything. Make that you know, the ultimate pact. So they're gonna sneak that chip in there now. But you think all these documents and these loose ass paperwork, man, they want that. That's what that whole. They say that. They push it. That's why they push me the digital ID to identify your right to wear.
Red.
So they're pushing that digital way to identify who and what's going on and what somebody is. So they're using miracles and technology to do that. That chip. That's the ultimate way to do it. How else? How else, man? Because they actually they had documents and they people had the documents in there, we don't know if it's real. So they still brought the guy in. So that's not good enough. So the way to really, they're gonna use that chip. They gonna sneak that chip up in there, that marking up in there. But y'all think that ain't gonna happen? It's gonna happen. That's what this is all about. That's the next step. That's the ultimate step. Is that chip? Okay. Just so y'all know. You know what I'm saying? Can't say we didn't tell you, man.
Yep.
Can't say we ain't telling you. They gonna bring that chip up to the whole planet. We see it happening. We see easily what they're doing. You gotta just have your eyes open to see it.
the
I
precept?
think Trump just deployed the National Guard
Mm.
in Minnesota.
Was that breaking?
Darby just put it.
Breaking news. So he did it. So he's
Yeah.
done it. So he threatened. So now he's actually done it.
Done it.
Yeah. Trump. Yeah, from Darby 7, National Guard mobilizes in Minneapolis.
Damn.
Trump warns of using the Insurrection Act.
Awesome, bro. The prophecies, it's all happening. Jacob's trouble, martial law. It's all happening, man. You know what I'm saying? This is, bro, like, why not make, there ain't time to make it better, man.
Yeah.
You got passport bros and all that. You better get your ass serious. This time it's getting serious, man. Ain't really the time to sit in the sun with the cocktails. You know what I mean? Twinkling the toes. That y'all like, dude. Like, come on, man. When all this is gonna get popping now. You know what I'm saying? Politics in countries. You know what I'm saying? We're on the brink of World War III. What you're trying to achieve is a holiday in the sun, twinkling toes, on the beach, man. Come on, man. This is crazy, man. What's that? Man, to show you that spirit in Karen and the Carol in the end of the world. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, man. You know?
But yeah, the main character of that Pluribus, her name's Carol. Keep pushing this Carol.
What?
Carol at the end of the world. Carol.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Timing on that is crazy. They thought you was talking about that. That's talking about that. They knew it. Go ahead.
Revelation chapter 3, verse 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth.
So it's going to come on the whole planet. This plan of martial law, new world order, is a global plan. New world order, NWO. So you ain't just going to be sitting in Europe watching America go through it and you're going to be good. It's a global thing.
Like you said, Russia.
Yeah.
Like you were saying, they're Russia.
Yeah, you in Russia, you think, oh, Russia are rebels, and they just want to see the, man, the whole planet is on China. Why China? Why are they pushing that?
Yeah.
Trump goes his hand. They got that market of beast system.
Yeah, they all out with it.
All they just need is a chip just to put in the people.
Yep.
They already got that system over there.
Social credit system over there.
Right.
Deadbeat and that. Oh, they got a new app as well. It's called Are You Dead? That's
That's crazy.
It's gone viral over there. In China's got an app called Are You Dead?
See that
Big-
dead spirit, remember?
Dead.
Saying that over these, that's crazy. That's a spirit.
Yeah.
And then it's gonna step up. And also, you know,
Dead.
right, leveling up and all that. See, all these terms, you dead, level up, step up, upgrade. You know what I'm saying? That's basically what they're saying.
Yep.
Get yourself more involved. And Richard Sunak was saying it, level up, right? So if you're not leveling up, he used to always say that. That was his one.
Yeah, it was, level up.
That was
yeah.
his one. Level up.
Yeah.
Level up. Right. And then you got what's his name? Keir Starmer. He's saying we ain't shirting on it. That's
Yeah.
his slogan. You know? They all got their own slogans. The Bombers used to be yes we can.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That was a Bomber slogan, you know? And then they all got their own slogans.
I believe that that Chinese app, it's gone so viral because basically what it does is you have to log into this app, I think every 48 hours, and basically declare that you're not dead. So basically, if you're dead, if you don't click this app every 48 hours and it notifies your next of kin and shit that you're not dead.
Or what, that you actually are dead.
Yeah,
Oh,
basically.
okay.
So it's called Are You Dead? Because if you don't click that, then basically you're basically dead. So it's just preconditioning. Like, okay, so I've always got to have this on me, and I've always got to log in and just upgrade myself, like notify every
But
48
we're going
hours.
to be dead to that because we're already dead to the world.
Exactly.
We ain't going to take that chip.
That's right.
So we that's why you're going to have to be off the grid. Off the grid. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, there's movies where they're hunting, I think priests. You might have, I think the writing on that was because you had all the cities, they were like equilibrium. Yeah. You had like rebels off the grid, and they would come out the cities, they hunting them. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I think that that show was showing that they had different factions. They always go out the city to. That's so good. Oh man, and what was the different names? It don't matter. We're gonna close out. Well, let's one more scripture to close out.
I'll go on. This is Revelation 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time.
There you go, man. That's so we're in the end, bro. So stay prayed up, stay in the spirit. You know what I'm saying? It's all popping up. Jacob's trouble order. Okay. So with that, Shalom.
Shalom.